Howdy, everyone. Tad Stevens on the Micro Success Secrets podcast, where we focus on business psychology and marketing and how you can use that in your business daily and long term. Today, I'm talking with Duane Gaulden, who helps individuals and businesses protect what matters most. He does this by educating on the risks we face in our daily lives and how to minimize or reduce those risks. And he also accomplishes this by reviewing the unique situations of the people he helps and developing a strategy to accomplish those goals. So, Duane, great to have you on the show. Let me know if I missed anything.
That about sums it up. That's what I do for a living. Or simpler term, I'm basically an insurance agent. But
all right.
But no, I do work with business owners to help them with their growth goals and protecting their business and making sure that no stone is left unturned, that they're properly protected. And so
all right.
I've been doing that now for 26 years. So I think I've about got the hang of it. We're working on it.
Well, that sounds great. So let's get started. And the questions, as people know that have listened to the show for a while know, that we talk about more from a business perspective that has an individual perspective with it. And I always like to start out with this question because people talk about this all the time, and it's interesting the answers we get. But if you could go back in time and you could change one business or life decision, first off, would you change it? And if you would change it, what would you change it to?
One business or life decision. I probably would go back and get my college degree first. It's helped me more in business than knowledge that I've gained has helped me more along the lines. When I got out of high school, I thought I knew it all, and I didn't. And
you mean we don't know it then? Because I thought I knew it too.
School of hard knocks there. And so that would be the only thing I think I would change is go back and get that degree and get that behind me. And so I would have the knowledge to I get further ahead in life. Education's important. So
just to let you know, is that is the most common answer. Is it's not that most people would change something, it's that they would do whatever it is they wanted to do sooner.
Yes.
It's the sooner answer that is by far the most common.
Insurance found me. I didn't find insurance. I was working on a loading dock, loading 18-wheelers, and got hurt on the job, and was going to be laid up for a while. And a gentleman that I knew approached me and said, "You ought to try insurance." I laughed at him. I took his card. He arranged for an interview, and the rest is history. I reluctantly went on the interview, and I said, "I'll give it a shot," and I excelled at it. So
okay. Well, you may have already answered the second question, but let me go ahead and ask anyway, because there may be something else. Is if you could go back in time and you could pick out one decision that's worked out super positive for you. I mean, it's like, you can go back and you can, like you were just talking about, you can identify everything that happened before it and everything that happened after it. Do you have one of those, or is it the same?
I think getting in the field of insurance, if I could have done it sooner, it would be the one thing I would change, because I do enjoy what I do. I do enjoy helping people. I work with business owners, particularly in planning. A lot of people just have a hobby or business, and a hobby that grows into a business, and they don't have the fundamentals behind them. With the years I've had an experience in dealing with business owners, I can pretty much tell the ones that are going to succeed and the ones that are going to fail. The ones that are going to succeed are going to have a business plan. They're going to plan their work and work their plan. They're going to have goals established and that sort of thing. Those sort of things are something I pick up on when I'm talking with a new business owner. I certainly don't down ones that don't, but 9 times out of 10, those that don't have those plans, they're going to fail.
And I think everybody that's listening should take that to heart, because I see a lot of the same things. My business is mentoring, coaching, talking to a lot of new business owners and business wannabe owners. And I totally agree with that. I mean, I see the same thing in talking to people that I talk to. So kind of related to that, the decision that worked out super positive for you, do you have one that was the scariest?
Yeah. A while back, actually a while back, 2011 or so, I had a gentleman that I had brought into the business and trained, and he had never written a policy in his life before he came on board with me. And, I kept giving him more and more responsibilities. And then one day I looked up and he's decided to go into real estate and he's doing something totally different. Anyway, I basically had to fire him. And he sued me and ended up in court, and I won, but it cost me a lot of money in lawyers' fees. If I would have maybe laid that foundation and the expectations down a little bit clearer, I would have avoided some of that heartache. But live and learn.
Okay, so related to that, whenever you come upon situations where you've got to make a decision, which could be a big decision, could be small, do you have any particular methods, techniques that you use to work through those decisions to keep from getting stuck that maybe others could use to keep themselves from getting stuck or to get unstuck? Because we do that. I mean, as business owners, entrepreneurs, we make decisions all day. We have to. So do you have anything that you could share there?
It's very simple. I'm a low tech kind of guy, but it's very simple. It's called a legal pad. And I just sit down and write the pros and cons. What's good, bad, what am I missing? Is something going to blindside me? What happens down the road? And if I made the decision, I try to look at it at every angle before I make the decision, and look at the options and determine what's the best course of action to take.
Okay. Well, I mean, that low tech works. Low tech is awesome. I mean, I'm a high tech guy, have been for 30 years, but there are some things that just work better low tech. Yeah. I mean, you just need to keep it simple, keep it clear. So appreciate that. That is a ton of great information. Time to wrap up here. I want to get the last question in and this is more about you, because what I've found is a lot of people feel like they're the only person out there, and they feel like they're, as I read somewhere, they feel like they're the village idiot. Their relatives, their family doesn't understand them. The friends thinks they're nuts, why they're doing what they're doing.
That's it.
When you, and you kind of mentioned this before, but when you do what you do day in, day out, what keeps you going? What gets you out of bed? What is the thing that you do it for more than anything else?
My family. I mean, that's the basic, and my goals and hobbies. I like to travel. My wife and I travel quite a bit. We try to go on a trip a month if possible. Maybe it's just a weekend, but we do enjoy that. And I also like to eat. So that's the third thing that motivates me. So
that's a good thing to enjoy. Yeah,
that's right. But, that's what I enjoy most in this business, is working with business owners and, showing them you're not in this alone. As the CEO or the executive, you kind of want to know, where's my benchmark? What do I look like against my competitors? What's everybody else doing? And there are ways to do that, joining associations and, learning what your peers are doing, and you're learning what your competition is. Find out who your competition is, learn from them. Determine best practices. One of the big questions that I had in my business was, well, how much cash flow is enough? How much reserve cash should I have on hand during business to be profitable? What's best practices and what's, average? You have to go out and research and get that information, but you don't have to do it alone. And one thing I would highly recommend, find a mentor or a peer. And I also do that as well. I work with executives and helping them grow their business, and kind of coach them along. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but help them work through situations to grow their business and make sure that they're profitable.
Okay, excellent. Duane, thank you very much. Really appreciate you being on the show today. Is there anything that you'd like to leave the listeners and viewers with that would benefit them?
Yes, I'd like to leave you with my email address. It's very simple. It's my first name, Duane, D-U-A-N-E, at The Gaulden Agency. That's TheGaulden agency.com. feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or would like to know more about some of the mentorships that I do, and we'd be glad to visit with you about that.
Okay, that is awesome. Really appreciate that. Thanks again for taking the time to be here. Thanks everybody for taking your time to listen. Really appreciate you. Have a safe and productive week, and be the very, very best at whatever it is that you're doing. Until next time, this is Tad Stevens with Micro Success Secrets. Bye for now.